From Lalate News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings Lalate.
It's a big, bold, beautiful day here on Lalate with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. In this recording, we'll go over why the Democrats are now moving for more monthly stimulus checks under the fourth stimulus recon. Then we'll be cutting to that recon itself. Done deal, signed, sealed. And we're going to go over why Purple Hawks, members of this channel, are going to do so well. There's a lot of money in that fourth stimulus recon, and we'll go over what some of that money is in this recording. Then we'll be cutting to those MSCs, monthly stimulus checks, and how the number one guy in the Congress is flexing his muscles to ensure you get those checks. A lot of them that could pay you upwards of $9,000 a person. Biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. It's all deliciousness. And guess what? You're going to meet some more deliciousness you can get right now. Today, this weekend. It's happening right now, and it's upwards of $100,000 a person. The deliciousness starts right now on Mornings Light. Good morning, everybody. Congratulations. You made it to the weekend, and guess what? It's a great day. Surf is up, and so is stimulus. In this fourth stimulus check update 2021, so much breaking news, so much happening today. So many people talking out about this fourth stimulus recon. We'll be going over comments from Gina Rolando, your Commerce Secretary, Janet Yellen, Bernie, Chuck, and Wyden as well, and also Ron Klain. Monthly stimulus checks, and the world exclusive as the number one guy in Congress wants you to have them as well. We'll be cutting to the recon itself and why it's a done deal, signed, sealed, and the incredible sums of money that are in there for you across the board. Then we'll be cutting to the big money that people are getting right now. Not a few dollars, upwards of $100,000 a person. And you can walk into the weekend looking beautiful and with money like you've never seen before. And this is Mornings Allied. Thank you for joining me. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. This is Ally, America's only 24-hour a day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America, live in the morning like right now. Coming up next is Morning's Crypto at 10 o'clock a.m. live on air with the details of Solana and Bitcoin going sideways. Then at 11 o'clock, more breaking news from Congress about these fourth stimulus checks. It's deliciousness, and it's live on air at 11 a.m. So subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member. Meantime, hit those LA alerts. They're totally free, and you need to be part of thousands of people who have done that. It's totally free, and it's in the description of this video. Put your name and email address in, and you'll get an alert like this when a new video goes live. It's at news.la.com. Put your alerts in, and you can get them on the road or at the office. Let's get to those monthly stimulus checks. House versus Senate, Senate versus House. Who wants to give you them as well? Starting right now. We have the senators, Warren, Wyden, and Sanders calling for a monthly stimulus check. Then we got AOC. We got Omar calling for $2,000 monthly stimulus check. We have the other people in the House, like the House Ways and Means, calling for a monthly stimulus check. We have the American Petition, 4 million signatures signed across the board of American citizens calling for $2,000 a month. But then the one that's captivated a country from the West Coast to the East Coast remains the House bill, pandemic plus 1 year, which is $1,000 a month after the first month, which would pay about $13,000 at least. I think you have an opinion. I think you have an opinion. Jump in the live chat. Vote House or Senate, and tell me where you're tuning in from this beautiful morning to LA and how the weather is. Who gets this fourth stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that. If you got a third, you're getting a fourth. Single individual, $75,000 less. Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 less. Democrats represent, you get one as well. Double it. Family of four, Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Quadruple it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, you get one as well. The fourth stimulus check is not income. It's not taxable. And the fourth stimulus check will be the same amount for adult dependents and everyone else. Finally, the fourth stimulus check is not a waivable check. It's a monthly check. So if you're at the beach and the check walks up to you and waves at you this weekend, it's the German check. Yeah, it's the German check. And if it kisses you on two cheeks, it's the Italian check. Grazie. In the second half of this video, we'll be going over what these checks mean for you, why it's deliciousness, the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. It's happening. It's done. Deal. Signed. Sealed. The tow truck has passed to the finish line. Exciting. Now the tow hitch is looking at the finish line. OMG. That's coming up in a few minutes. Then the final 15 minutes of this video, we'll be going over those MSCs. Why the world exclusive details here for you, upwards of $9,000 per person of monthly stimulus checks. You love it. I love it. It's all coming up. And then we'll be going over the big sums of money in addition to that are in that forced stimulus recon that you can get big sums of money. It's incredible. But first, get a pen, paper ready and a cell phone because I'm going to get you upwards of $100,000 starting today. This is real, and this is third stimulus. You may have thought of third stimulus as just a $1,400 stimulus check, but if you're just finding this channel, viewers have now been getting tens of thousands of dollars daily, hourly from this channel from third stimulus because it's still in there. What is this money? Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, homeowners assistance, SNAP, money for food, and other items, and we're going to go over all the details right now. All you need is a phone, a pen, and a paper. Let's start with the money. 2 weeks ago, 3 viewers started the week at $0. By the middle of the week, 3 of them had $40,000 because of this channel from third stimulus. But one of them didn't stop there at 3 items. He got 7 items by the weekend, bringing his grand total to $80,000. His name is Johnny. And the true spirit of Purple Power of helping other people, the next week he did that. He reached out to his friends and family and helped them get money as well, the same way he did from this channel, and they got $100,000. Not rare circumstances you're going to see in this video. So what did Johnny do to get $80,000? Let's go over his numbers starting right now. He got 7 items, and they were the following. SNAP, $12,000. EIDL, $10,000. Taxes, $2,000. Rent, $21,000 in the first place, and then another $26,000 in the next place. Utilities, $9,000, and then money for internet and phone, bringing his grand total to $80,000. The next week, he reached out to his friends and family, said, watch this kid. People are getting big sums of money from Lalate. Everyone across the country is talking about that channel. And those family members did it. He says in his update, as of today, I've helped 5 friends save their homes and put food on their table, and 3 members thought they weren't going to, family members thought they weren't going to get it. They got it. The 2 got $41,500, and the other one got $57,600. This has been awesome to see people stop worrying and stressing about bills. Your channel, Lalate, has helped others and myself tremendously. You're such a godsend. Purple Power, Purple Hawk. Thank you for those kind words, Johnny. So how much money is this? Before we go over how to get it, let's go over the sums of money itself. The rent alone is a fortune. Countless viewers on this channel are getting over $20,000, and I have confidence you're going to get it as well. They are from all states across the land, and looks at these numbers. Oh my goodness, incredible. This will be you by the weekend. You can do it. I'm going to show you in a second. Then, when we talk about the utilities, Johnny got $9,000 of utilities. So he's on the high end because the more that I record, the more that you subscribe, the more you become a member, the more people get money. They're getting more and more sophisticated in getting this money. And then we have SNAP. You're going to meet someone in a second who got higher than even $18,000 annualized. He's getting $25,000. And then we got the Triple Crown winners, people who got 3 items like Nancy and rent, utilities, and food, and Nisi. But there's Mark at 2 items with $32,000. He is such an inspiration. In fact, he's 2 updates. The second update I'm going to have for you this weekend. But here's the first update. First, Mark got 2 items, rent and utilities of $32,000. But for 3 days, I said on camera, go get SNAP. And he got it. He got it. And next, he told his friend and neighbor about this channel just like Johnny did. Johnny's friend and neighbor got $100,000. What did Mark's friend and neighbor get? $21,000 for rent in 5 days. That's the true spirit of this helping this channel. Pick up the phone and tell your friend and neighbor about this channel. People are doing it routinely. Chanan did it well. Chanan told her friend about this channel, and she said, I told my friend about you, LA. She went on, and now she's addicted to your channel. She keeps on getting sums of money, and her friend got $21,000. You rock, LA. Well, thank you, Chanan. Finally, Mark got that SNAP. He got $19,000 for Snap, Mark. Incredible, great news. Bringing his grand total on this channel to $50,500. But guess what? The sky is the limit because Lorraine on this channel got $105,000. You can do that as well because this is what we do. This is Lalate. I've been doing this since day one. I have been getting people money since day one, and I'm doing it again today. I launched a channel on April 25th of last year because people had applied for something called the EIDL loan and grant, and they were not getting approved. One after another, I started getting their applications approved on this channel, getting $25 million of EIDL loans approved, saving their homes and businesses and their employees' homes. 3 days later, unemployed independent contractors across the country were told that a new program was going live. First time ever, because there never was unemployment assistance for independent contractors. Very confusing application. And only certain states went live with it. So for 3 days before it went live in those few states, I started recording. And then I continued to record and showing people how to do this application. And getting viewers like Eileen Bellenkamp out of Florida $15,000. It was PUA. Then, in December 2020, second stimulus checks were not coming. It was the holidays. You needed money. So I stepped forward and I showed how to get $250,000 of rent. Viewers this channel got, like Tyrone and his family for out of Boston, $15,000. Now we're doing it again. The only difference is you. You're doing bigger numbers than ever before. So now's the time. If you have that pen, paper, and cell phone ready, to get ready. If I go too fast, you can always replay the video. Let's go over the details of how to get this money. First, the introductory remarks. Number one, I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. Please reach out to all 6, not one, all 6. They have different eligibility. They have different pots of money. If the first one says no, reach out to the next one. Number 2, understand that every state has money. Every state was given the same amount of money and is paying money out of the door. Number 3, listen to the keywords I say in this video. It really helps get people approved. And here we go. Here are the 6 places you're going to reach out to. Your city hall, your city house authority. That's 2. Your county hall, your county house authority. That's 4. Your state hall and your state house authority. That's 6. City hall, city house authority. County hall, county house authority. State hall, state house authority. Keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, or mortgage or utility assistance because of COVID. Your utility companies, you reach out to every single one of them and say the same thing. And there you go. That's all you do. You don't say words they don't know, like stimulus or Mitch's fan club. They just don't know those words. And you can do this. Congratulations to Tim and Linda, who got this wonderful pot of money as well for rent and utilities. If you got this money, post in the live chat. The next money is the money for SNAP. SNAP is a SNAP. It is money for food. You get it from Department of Agriculture. Eligibility is easier than a third stimulus check. If you got a third stimulus check, you're likely to get SNAP. How much does it pay? A fortune. Lynn Glenn got it for herself, her son, her mom. Gail got it as well. And Mark got $19,000, but he's now sitting on top of $25,000. Whoa, what happened? 2 weeks ago, Department of Agriculture raised everyone's benefits up average of 25% lifetime nationwide automatically starting October. Incredible. Then, if you got money for SNAP, post in the live chat right now. The states have been ordered to return money back to you due to overpayment on unemployment benefits and a computer error. Average payout is about anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. And finally, the refund check. Coming back from IRS for those 2020 taxes, you paid taxes on the unemployment benefits. People have been getting anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 on this channel. Margaret got it, Carl got it, Mark got it, Lynn, a lot of people got it. More about that in a second. But first, here's a personal message from me to you. I launched this channel to help people, to deliver them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week financial news, and to help them get money and help people. And if you're on the live chat, help people as well by posting your success story. When you post your success story, you inspire people to pick up the phone and call. A lot of people just need that encouragement to pick up the phone and call. The money's there. Do not stop. Contact all your utility companies. Contact all 6 places I showed you. Contact SNAP. This is your money to get. When people see these big sums of money, they realize it's not right that I'm not getting myself this money. It's money that everyone else is getting. I should be getting as well. $27,000 for rent, $9,000 for utilities, $25,000 for SNAP. Pick up the phone and get these multiple sums of money. Post your success stories in the live chat right now. And let's cut back to those unemployment benefits. Where they land in direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, go to irs.gov and do a transcript search, and 70% of the time it will work. It'll reveal the refund check you're getting back and the taxes you paid, and also reveal, did the teal monster ever wear off teal? Or is it just always teal teal? Can we top that? Yes, as we go into the second half of this video starting right now. Deal done, signed, sealed. A $3.5 trillion recon is passed. It's done. As Ron Klain said over the weekend, why are you asking me about this? It's already done. The recon has passed. The tow truck has passed over the finish line. It sounds so wonderful to say. You will have a recon, and the recon will be $3.5 trillion, and it'll be all checks for the American people. Only thing is left is how to determine where the money is spent. And that is recon substantive, the tow hitch, which has it right at the edge of the finish line. That's coming up in just a second. How do we get to this wonderful spot? We got to this wonderful spot by taking roads and bridges out of the recon and putting it into the bipartisan, making both passable. A conservative publication confirms my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon before, the harder it was to pass. But by taking out some of the spending from the recon, roads and bridges, put in the bipartisan, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. In other words, the bipartisan deal made the recon passable. The way the Democrats do legislation with fellow Democrats, because the recon is just Democrats with Democrats, is they first meet face-to-face and have oral negotiations. Once they're finished, they have an oral agreement. That's the finish line. They're over the finish line at that point. When they write the bill, it's just a confirmation of their oral agreement. It's an after-the-fact situation. When they call the vote on the bill, it's an after-the-fact situation. They already agreed upon this oral agreement. So it's just ceremonial. And that's why in the month of June and July, I told you that the recon had passed, even before the vote had happened, because the Democrats had met, agreed they're doing a recon, and agreed it will be $3.5 trillion. It wasn't until August that they had the actual vote. The incredible details came after people negotiated for a big enough recon, like Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat, Minnesota, progressive, and Representative Richie Torres, Democrat, New York, progressive, that said, we need a larger recon. We need a recon that goes as far and bold as we want it. They got it, $3.5 trillion. And that's why the president had told the Democrats, protect my recon, because everything in there is checks for the American people. Progressive checks and priorities of the White House, says Schatz and Jalopal. So what is a recon? What is a bipartisan? Let's go over all the details of this right now. What's important to understand is that every Democrat, House, Senate, and of course the president, was in town all last week, all last weekend, all this week, working on your recon substantive. They were having 4 to 5 phone calls a day, meaning face-to-face. Now, when they have these face-to-face meetings, they're not live streamed on C-SPAN. They're in their offices having a cup of coffee, going over what ultimately will be the deal agreement, the verbal agreement, on potentially an 8,000-page bill. It's not live streamed, it's not tweeted, it's not video broadcast. We're not part of those meetings. But it is fair game for Freedom Frida. Have you met Freedom Frida? Here's Freedom Frida. She's freedom of speech Frida with her fake facts. And one of her fake facts are Democrats are dragging their feet. They're not dragging their feet. They worked all last week. 7 days, or even the holiday weekends. They worked all days. Freedom Frida also saying they're not in town, they're gone. They're not true, they're in town. Your brain cells just sort of left. How do we get to this wonderful spot? By separating roads and bridges from your money. Recon. Let's go over the details of this starting right now. Recon your money. Bipartisan, not your money. Recon is also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill, price tag $3.5 trillion, also called the Democratic spending plan or social reform plan. Bipartisan, not your money, also called roads and bridges or infrastructure, price tag $1.5 trillion. Well, the tow truck has passed over the finish line. Congratulations. The recon procedural is done. The recon substantive, the tow hitch, is attached to the tow truck, and it's looking right now at that finish line. It's right in front of it. Why? Because they're now going through the deal provisions of that recon substantive. They've already agreed procedurally that there will be a recon, and it'll be 3.5, and the committees will have the certain sums of money. Now they're going over how those committees spend the money, and that finish line is right in front of us. How do we get to this wonderful spot? From Jalopal, who recently wrote Schumer a letter saying, Chuck called the vote on the recon. That letter was signed by 10 House Democrats, part of 100 plus, who recently wrote the president a letter saying they're going to be putting monthly forced stimulus checks in the forced stimulus package. Wow. Can we top that? Yes. As 7 members of the House Ways and Means Committee, yeah, the one that's writing the bill, recently wrote the president a letter saying we're putting monthly forced stimulus checks in the forced stimulus recon. Boy, purple power. Every Democrat practically on Capitol Hill wants you to have a stimulus check and a monthly stimulus check. We have Warren, Wyden, and Sanders. We have hundreds of people who are behind that House bill, which I'm getting to in a second. Here's the graphic on that. We have Omar and also AOC calling for it. Then we have the House Ways and Means that actually write it. My goodness, how do we get to this wonderful spot? We got to this wonderful spot by taking a very confusing thing out of the fourth stimulus recon. It's called the global minimum corporate tax rate. And Ron Clay, the president's chief of staff, spoke about this just this weekend. He said that the fourth stimulus recon is paid for by corporate taxes. So it's not paid for by corporate debt, by national debt. It's easier to pass, easier to call for the vote, easier to write, and easier to do because it's not in there. Can we top that? Yes. As we go into the final 15 minutes of this video, so much breaking news, so much new stuff happening at Mornings today. We'll be going over Gina Raimondo, which talked about the fourth stimulus recon. Janet Yellen, Wyden, Warren, Sanders, and more talking about this fourth stimulus recon in the last few hours, some of them. And we'll be going over then the money that's in this recon. Why Purple Power is going to do so well with this. We're going to go over those MLCs, those monthly stimulus checks, and the world exclusive about them. And then we'll be going over the confusion of this happening with this stimulus, but I'm explaining for it is flanked to you as well. But first, pick up that phone today. You deserve it. You have that phone, you have that pen and paper. You're going to call all your utility companies. You're going to call Department of Agriculture and get SNAP. You're going to call those 6 places, not one of 6, all 6. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall, State House Authority. And when you do, you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel so good because you're going to start getting 1, 2, 3 items. And once you get those 1 or 2, 3 items, you're going to say, I feel the momentum. As Cheyenne said, my friend's addicted to your channel. Because once you start getting 1 or 2 of those items, you feel great. Then if you can't get the other sums of money, reach out to the volunteers. Here's a little bit about them. They're on the community page, which is in the description of this video. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as the tow truck and the tow hitch are heading to that finish line. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA Live Daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA. And the excitement continues right now on Mornings LA with incredible news about your stimulus. The surf is up and so is stimulus up. The Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check and months of them. I'll go over all the details of that in this final 15 minutes of this video. Then we'll go over the new comments from even the executive branch of the government, the White House, talking about this fourth stimulus recon. OMG, it's deliciousness. Then we'll go over why Purple Hawks are going to do so well and all these checks in there that are in that fourth stimulus recon. And of course, the confusion about this stimulus explained out the door. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers is a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video too, 30,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Meantime, coming up next is Mornings Crypto, 10 o'clock a.m. live on air, and then noontime at 11 a.m. If you haven't signed up for those LA alerts, what are you doing? It's in the description of this video. Go down and hit that alert. And there you go. You put your name and email address in. You watch for that confirmation email. Make sure you click that button, blue button, And then you are ready to rock and roll. You'll start receiving alerts like this. Let's cut to that fifth stimulus because it's September, as calendar Colleen would say. And as we are in September, guess what's also heating up? That raise of your benefits if you are on SSI and SSDI. Yesterday and this week, some confusion erupted about this fifth stimulus because people saw a counterproposal floating on the internet to start paying some money in fourth stimulus. What is that? It's sort of piecemeal. It's basically let's pay a little bit of money now under fourth stimulus. It's not particularly a good idea because it's not the whole reform, the whole overhaul of the SSI reform, which is what fifth stimulus is, which pays you a lot more in lifetime. Step one, they'll raise your benefit limits up. Then they'll remove the asset limit, add inflationary benchmark, remove the income solution, and remove the marriage penalty. Who is this for? For you. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA, or multiple beneficiaries. Step one is they're going to raise your benefits up. Then step two is they're going to remove the asset cap. Then they're going to remove the income cap and then remove the marriage penalty. They are going to apply that inflationary benchmark. Where is inflation going? All this week, there were big concerns that the inflation rate in December not only will be going up and be transitory, but could be proceeding for a while. This all works for you because remember, once your benefits go up, they never go down. I'm looking at about 5% transitory inflation rate in December. So let's do the analysis. First, they'll raise your benefits up a lifetime. Then they'll apply the new benchmark. If it's 5%, your benefits will go up another 5%. Not just next year, but a lifetime. Because once your benefits go up, they'll never go down. Meantime, will there be a fifth stimulus check? There will be. The Democrats represent they're putting one there in the fifth stimulus package for next year. And lastly, if you're on the live chat, you see people that have a purple emoji next to their name, you need one as well. They are members. Why haven't you joined? Membership link is under the video. Become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP daily today so that you can get these big sums of money. Members are getting anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 daily. When third stimulus passed, $1,400 stimulus check, people just cashed it and then some just sort of moved on. Not this channel. I told viewers that there was fortunes available for you under third stimulus. Now those people from that $1,400 stimulus group have sort of moved on and are back looking for a fourth stimulus check. That's fine, but third stimulus is still paying fortunes to all of you. Fortunes of money. Daily Purple Hawks, Purple Powers, and Calcino VIPs, members of the channel, are delivered daily from me to them. A breakdown of all the big money is available under first, second, and third stimulus. I personally write a breakdown of all this big money, where to get it from first, second, and third stimulus and send it to members daily because this is real money that you can get right now. Not 5 weeks and not 5 months from now. And as those people who went into the week 2 weeks ago at $0, they ended at $40,000. And Johnny ended at $80,000. It's your day to get this money as well. So become a Purple Hawk, and let's go into the final 15 minutes of the video, starting right now. Deal done, signed, sealed. A $3.5 trillion recon is a done deal. It's incredible great news. The tow truck has passed over the finish line, and now the tow hitch, which is already hitched up, is looking at the finish line. Wow, we are getting close. This is very exciting. First, there's a recon. It's been done, and it will be $3.5 trillion. It'll be all checks for the American people. This is the biggest recon we've ever seen in the history of this channel. Incredibly big. Gina Raimondo, your Commerce Secretary, spoke about this late yesterday. And while she's in the executive branch, she doesn't write the legislation, and she has nothing to do with stimulus checks because she's the executive branch. She's a Commerce Secretary. She specifically said on broadcast media, she wants to hear from you. She wants to hear from you that she's supporting the fourth stimulus recon. Why? Because she's getting a lot of pushback from corporations that aren't supporting it. Guess what? They have no money in there for them. This is for you. So she wants to hear your support. Pick up the phone and push and say, yeah, I support you. Thank you so much. Janet Yellen, also in the executive branch, the Treasury Secretary, also spoke out. She said you have a lot of stuff to do in September, Congress. You have the debt ceiling limit, which I'm writing you about, and that's coming up in just a few weeks. So get done with everything else. Well, that's what Ron Clay and the President's Chief of Staff said. He said that we are working tooth and nail to get this fourth stimulus recon done because we have so much other stuff to go over. And that's why Ron Wyden, the senator, Bernie, Chuck, and others confirmed they were all working all last weekend, talking 4 to 5 times a day to get this recon done. The tow hitch is looking at that finish line. It's right in front of it. Now let's go over the big sums of money that are in this recon. It's such exciting news. What you need to know is first, we're going to go over the bread and butter, and then we're going to go over the IRS sent out MSC. Let's go over the bread and butter. The bread and butter of the recon is application-based stimulus, meaning you pick up the phone and ask for the money. Why? Because these committee, no one else knows that you need this money. The items are things like vision and dental and employees, things like that. IRS doesn't know anything about your dental or anything about your vision, so they have no way to pay the money. So how's it going to work? Let's go over all the details right now. Here are some of the proposed items so you get a sense of these checks. These items include the following. First, checks for free school meals for all, checks. We have checks for tax breaks, checks for cheaper prescription medication, checks for farmers, checks for free internet. Then we have checks for clean energy, then checks for workers, checks for independent contractors, checks for dental, checks for vision, checks for seniors, checks for hearing care, checks for lowering eligibility age as well. So you're seeing there, none of those checks IRS could ever send out. They don't know anything about those subject matters. They don't know about your internet or your vision. Those sums of money are in those committees. That graphic earlier where I showed you the recon is putting the money in the committees. You're going to pick up the phone and call the committee, say, I want the money. And they're going to pay you. That's what application-based means. Where you pick up the phone and call. And guess who's going to do so well on this? You. Because this is what we've been doing since day one, and this is what we're doing right now with third stimulus. When you pick up the phone and ask for that utility bill to be paid because of COVID, same concept. We've been doing this since day one. Picking up the phone and getting these massive sums of money, multiple sums of money. This is what we've been doing all along, and that is why you're going to do so well by reaching out to these committees and getting these sums of money. Purple Hawks are going to do excellently because there's going to be lots of different checks of all different magnitude, big checks for you to get. And it's going to be great news across the board. Who is this not going to be good news for? Of course, it's not going to be good news for Donut Girl or Donut Guy, who thinks that things are always automatic. Now let's go to the MSC. This is the IRS check. Monthly stimulus check? Yes. Democrats? Yes. I had told you about 4 weeks ago, it's important to push Purple Power because advocacy is what this channel's about. There's two of you who are on Twitter who are tweeting about 30 tweets an hour. It's incredible. You're doing a wonderful job. And there's some other people that are sporadically tweeting, but you need to push more seats for stimulus. You need to push more. I had told you to be pushing 4 weeks ago and pick up your phone and call your Democratic senators and push. Advocacy for stimulus means something like this. I need a stimulus check because my community needs a stimulus check because this is what's going on. I want to tell you the importance of a stimulus check. That's advocacy. Telling persons with an affirmative sentence with a period at the end of the sentence why you need something. That's advocacy. That's Purple Power. This next is not Purple Power. Something that ends with a question mark at the end of the sentence. Asking things. We don't ask things. We affirmatively say it. For example, introducing Wendy and Will Wen from last week and from Wensville, Missouri. All they do is ever ask a question. When is it landing in my bank account? When am I receiving it? What date are you going to do it? When? That doesn't help anyone because it just is asking a series of questions. That's not what we do. Moreover, counter Colleen. It's September. It's September. Yeah, it doesn't help us either. Or counter COD. Whatever happened in July, whatever happened in August. That doesn't help anyone. Rather, what helps is telling these legislators, I need it. And that's what I told you to do about 4 weeks ago, and WR did it. Longtime viewer of this channel, picked up the phone and called Senator Chris Coons, Democrat, Delaware, and said, I need a monthly stimulus check. My community needs a monthly stimulus check. The response, within seconds, yes, Senator Chris Coons is proposing a forced stimulus check. And monthly? Yes. Wow. That's what advocacy gets. Advocating. Then, when you look at the recon, what's the name of the recon bill? It's called the Reconciliation Budget Bill when it's written. Of course, it's not written yet in full format. Reconciliation Budget Bill. What committee oversees this budget bill? The Budget Committee of the Senate. Wow. And who's the chairman of the Budget Committee? Bernie Sanders. Oh, my goodness. So 2 weeks ago, Bernie Sanders sent in a direct quote, published, that prior budget chairmen sort of did their things in D.C. He likes to get out amongst the people. I said that translates to him wanting to hear from you. I said at the time 2 weeks ago, pick up the phone and call and advocate for that MSC. Not a lot of people initially called. Lynn Glenn called, and Brother Joshua, a 2020 volunteer to the community page and longtime viewer and Purple Hawk, did call. Professional, respectful, kindly, and advocated for a stimulus check. The receiver on the phone call, the staffer from Bernie Sanders' office says, yes, Senator Bernie Sanders is proposing a monthly forced stimulus check. There you go. World exclusive. You just have to advocate, Purple Power. When you advocate, you get things done. Let's go over all the incredible details of that great conversation. First, Senator Bernie Sanders wants a monthly stimulus check. Oh, incredible, great news. He wants the monthly amount to be somewhere between $1,000 and $1,400. Incredible, great news. Third, he wants it monthly. Wow. And then finally, he wants a duration of 3 to 6 months. Wow. Now that's incredible, great news. There's a catch. He says he wants to have your support. You got his support. You got this, Purple Power. That's what we do. We push Purple Power. Push, push, push. Pick up the phone and call Elizabeth Warren. Call Chuck Schumer. Call Bernie Sanders. Call AOC. Call Jalapal. Say, we need a monthly stimulus check. Thank you for your incredible service. We need a monthly stimulus check. The calculations are incredible as well, because guess what? His numbers are very close to the House bill. House bill, 12 months to get $13,000. On the high end, his numbers are 6 months to get $9,000. $9,000 a person? Wow, that's incredible, great news. That's the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel for just one person. And remember, Purple Power, that's just for the MSC in forced stimulus. There's all this other sums of money in this forced stimulus that you're going to get as well. Imagine if Johnny got 7 checks from third stimulus and $80,000. Imagine how many checks are going to be available under fourth stimulus. It's incredible, great news. So pick up the phone and advocate. Meantime, let's circle back. Third stimulus. It's the weekend. You can get this money right today. Start picking up the phone and calling all those utility companies. Start picking up the phone and calling Department of Agriculture and getting on SNAP. Start picking up the phone and calling all 6 places I told you about in this video. Not one, but all 6. City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. State Hall, State Housing Authority. Say those keywords: rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage assistance because of COVID, utility assistance because of COVID. You can get this sums of money. I launched this channel in April last year because you know what I saw? I didn't like. I saw where people were had become financially dependent upon one event. People saying, I'm waiting for that second stimulus check to land in May 2020. Otherwise, if I don't get it, this is going to happen. That's financial dependency. You never want to make yourself financially dependent upon one event. That's why I launched this channel, to give people financial independence. That's what Johnny says in his comments. You've helped people realize that they need to become financially independent. It's September, but I want you to try to get all your major utility bills, rent, and food paid for to the spring. I want you to try to get them paid all throughout these winter months so you have a roof over your head. If you're homeless, you're put back into a home, because there is money for homeless people for rent as well. I want you to get all your food paid for. I want your electric and your water and your gas and your heating and oil all paid for as many months as you can get it, because then you have that incredible financial independence. You go into these cold winter months coming ahead with incredible financial independence. We push and get all the big other sums of money under forced stimulus. We're going to have a great time. I know you can do this. I have power for you. I have encouragement for you, and I have faith in you. And with that, join me next at Mornings Crypto at 10 a.m. It's live on air with Solana's really shooting to the moon. Then we're back at noontime with more breaking news happening at noontime about your forced stimulus recon. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube record. I want your father's family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here, and I'll be back on Morning Crypto.